Welcome to the latest edition of the Hudson County Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jim Haig, and with me today is a very special guest. He had a great athletic career at the old Emerson High School in Union City and in all three sports. And then he went on to play football at Jersey City State College, and when they first became a Division III team, and was a All-American, and then had the distinction of playing on the same football team with the Essex County executive, Joe DiVincenzo. Then he went from there on to a great coaching and teaching career, and that spans 40 years. And now he's retired, I think, or maybe he might come back for another year this year at Bayonne. But it's my friend Bruce Naszimento. Bruce, how you doing today?
Good, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you, Bruce. Okay, now we're going to turn the clock back a little bit and go to your growing up. And what was it like growing up in Union City back in the late 50s, early 60s?
Well, it was great. Everybody watched out for each other. It was, post-World War II. I grew up in the veterans houses on 44th Street. When my dad came home from World War II, and my brother and I were born there, and we stayed there actually until we got married. And we just played sports. That's all we did. Just play ball. What I want to tell you is that, what happens is sometimes people do get confused. I went to Union Hill.
Oh, my God. I apologize. Oh, my God. What a bad thing that is on my part.
That's okay, because I coached and I taught and I repeated everything at Emerson. But I grew up uptown. You have uptown, downtown.
Yep.
Emerson is downtown. And we were always at the stadium, and we played a lot. And then when I was in high school, and I was always in St. Augustine schoolyard, and we would play different guys who we knew. And
all right, we'll talk a little bit about your youth. And, how old were you when you first got introduced to sports? Was it always a part of your life? Was your father an athlete?
My father was a track guy, but my uncle was a big athlete at Union Hill, actually, in the 40s. And he still, I think, holds a record for most touchdowns scored or something with when they used to have the Thanksgiving Day game. But me and my brother were always around sports. Like about 5, 6, 7, they had the PEs, or they had those. I forget what they used to call them. My brother was always big on sports, getting us involved. And the Bugs and the Bees, that's what it was. And we went up to Union City Roosevelt Stadium, and basically that was like my second home. So I went from playing baseball and playing Little League baseball and playing flag football in the schoolyard. I was a schoolyard kid. I was constantly in the schoolyard.
Okay.
Just playing anything.
And what schoolyard was that? St. Augustine's?
It was St. Augustine schoolyard.
Okay.
And, we were constantly there. We played full court basketball. We played football. We played football. We played everything. We just played. We was very competitive.
Okay. And were there a lot of kids in the neighborhood at that time, Bruce?
Yeah, there was a lot of kids, and we used to go to a place called the Lots, and we'd choose up sides, and we'd play football back there in the Lots, and then we'd go up to St. Augustine to play basketball. We always had a lot of kids, a lot of guys.
Okay, and your brother is Al. How much was there a competitiveness between you and Al growing up as kids?
Not really. We were really, he was like my best friend, so most of my friends...
And how many years difference are there between the two of you?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years older than me.
Okay.
So we were competitive with each other, yeah, but we always really supported each other. We were big on each other. We stuck together. If there was a problem with one of us, it was going to be a problem with both of us. So so that's how we were brought up, more or less.
Okay. And so you played Little League. Was there a Union City Little League at that time?
Yeah. There was a Union City Little League, and then you had the Major League. I was on the Dodgers. You had the Yankees. You had guys like Marty Shea. He was in the Little League. You had see, different people from Union City that played, John Roush, different guys like that. We went to, and then after like 8th grade and everything, or 7th grade, whatever it was, and you had city basketball, and played city basketball, and they had the Eisen Brothers team. I didn't play on that, but I played in the city basketball. You had guys like Richie O'Connor was in city basketball.
Oh, sure.
He was older than me, but, I would look up to guys like that. And again, Marty Shea was a dominant guy in basketball in New York City.
Okay.
But I played city basketball. Then they had flag football when I was in the 7th grade at Union Hill High School and Union Hill Schoolyard, Joe Marini. And we always had men around there who were all from New York City, too, who watched over us.
Right.
Guys like Marini.
Charlie Bremer.
Charlie Bremer was a solid guy. Dick Shacatano, Louis Polino, Richie Patenti, Billy Innes, and then Tony Mazzaro coached me in high school. John McCanty,
Those are all great, great names. Boy, one after another.
Yeah, who raised us more or less in athletics.
Right.
Pepe,
Pepe Novotny is an absolute complete legend in Union City. But what was did you play at all for Clay Morrell's Biddy basketball teams, or is he a little?
Yeah, I played with Mr. Morrell, man. He kept me out of trouble a lot. I was in the CYO team with him. He was a major part of us when we were in the street, in the schoolyard. We were in St. Augustine. He played with us.
Really?
A man, we were like 19, 17, something like that. He would play. He was in his late 30s, whatever. And nobody, everybody paid attention to him.
All right. So now, so you lived uptown, so you had to go to Union Hill. What was it like to go to Union Hill at that time? And you had some great coaches in your day then, right?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I wanted to go to Union Hill. Nowadays, kids jump around from different high schools. Like, I wanted to play Union Hill. That's what we were brought up. My uncle was there. We were uptown. My grandfather was there. Was city clerk. He was a cop. He was with the first Mustang. Involved with everything like that. So that's where I wanted to go.
Okay.
And then when I was a freshman, I played all these sports, and my mother was really big on it because, I could play, which was a blessing, and I never got in trouble because I just went to practice. I went to school, went to practice, came home. When football was done, I went to basketball. I went to school, I went to practice. When that was done, I went to baseball. I did that for 4 years.
Right. And you turned out to be a great player in all three sports. Go ahead, talk to me a little bit about your high school career.
I was an athlete that played basketball, and I got better.
Okay.
So but baseball and football, what, Jimmy? In all honesty, I got really better when I got out of high school. I could play all three. I thought I was good, and I played for Billy McKeever, who was a really important person in my life.
God bless him. God bless him.
We were 23-6 my senior year, and we went to Atlantic City 3 years in a row.
Right.
He taught me everything about basketball. My granddaughter played for IHN. She's a freshman. She's really good program. She started JV. She's varsity. I tell her things that McKeever taught me.
Okay.
Boxing out that I still remember. Look for the ball, locate the man, get the ball, hit on him. He was a tremendous coach. And then the football guys with Tony Mazzaro and Billy Innes and Richie Patenti and John McCanty.
Wow.
And then Benny Brancato was the varsity baseball coach. I was on varsity for 4 years. I remember him pounding to me about playing. I was a third baseman, and we played Memorial. Coach Otis, he had a man on first. Make sure you cover because he runs the bunt and run. So if you're going to cover the bunt, you're going to field the bunt, you better get your ass back to third base. And if you don't, you better get back to third base. Like constantly. I can still remember now. I'm 67.
Yeah.
With that. So, and I played with good guys. The guys, we were very competitive. I think, that's one thing kids miss being in the schoolyard. We would go and on tour. We'd go up and play North Bergen, Tigers. We'd go to Albion down in Westfield or Romo. We'd go down to Hoboken. We'd go uptown to Union City and play the guys from Emerson.
Okay.
And there were a bunch of us, guys, and then we all played together on that basketball team, and football. I have different friends because I see with football guys, and I see with basketball guys, and then I see with baseball guys.
Okay. And how much? What at that point in your career, Bruce? What was your favorite sport? You said to me once that you loved baseball more than anything else, right?
Yeah, when I started out, I really loved baseball, but football caught me. I just turned into a football junkie, really. Like I had no doubt, what I was going to play when I got to college. Whenever I got to college,
right?
It was going to be.
It was going to be football, but when you were a kid growing up, you were more of a baseball guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And who was your favorite team growing up then?
I like the Yankees.
Okay.
I like the Yankees. Mexicano, White Ford, Joe Rivera, Bruce Naszimento, Bobby Richardson, Cleve Boyer.
Those are great teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. And you know what? One thing too that they don't have anymore. Me and my brother, we played DB. 4B baseball.
Build better boys, sure.
Build better boys, and we had good people there. We were on Union City. We'd go play Seacawkers. We played Hoboken. That was another thing that I was constantly playing some type of sport, and I was blessed to be able to play the three of them.
Right.
I could play. And I was better in football as I got older, I think. Basketball, like I said, I was an athlete that could play. I had a tremendous coach, and I had great teammates.
Right, but didn't you, or correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you also make all-county in baseball?
Yeah, I made all-county my senior year, third base.
Right.
I led the county in steals.
And you hit over 400.
Yeah, you know what, I was just going to say I forgot what I hit, but
yeah, no.
I led off.
I remember what you hit. See? I wasn't there. I don't remember it, but I mean, when I put together your bio for the Hudson County Hall of Fame a couple of years ago, I remember what you hit because it blew me away. I always thought you were just strictly a football guy, but when I found out you were also a baseball and a basketball player, it was like, wow, he deserves this, right?
Yeah, I love playing, man. I just love playing ball.
Right. Now, so what was the decision for you to go from Union Hill to Jersey City State? Was there any choice, or was that the only thing that your family could afford?
Yeah, you know what? In all honesty, too, I really wasn't recruited. I was 16 years old going into my senior year. I turned 17 at the end of October. So my senior year in high school could have been my freshman, or actually my second year in college. Eligibility-wise.
Right.
So I wasn't looked at, like I was expected with my coaches and teammates, and I had a lot of desire, to get better, but I wasn't heavily recruited. So what happened is, and my grades weren't good. So what happened is, Billy McKeever got me into night school.
Oh, is that true? Really? Okay.
Yeah. He took me down to the college. Him and Cy Lawrence.
Wow.
Okay, took me and his kid Quintanilla, Roberto Quintanilla, who's a really good guard, a shooting guard on our team. And we got into night school. And my parents were really happy because, my grades weren't good, and it wasn't, we didn't have a lot of money per se, So I went a whole year in night school, which for me was really good because I developed, I grew.
Okay.
About 2 inches, I was up to 185, 190. When I stopped playing ball, I was 215.
Yeah.
But McKeever was really close with Jack Steffen.
Oh, okay.
North Bergen.
Yep.
So he said, he would get me in there to play football. That's how I got in.
Okay.
So, and then the next year, I played football.
Okay. And what was it like to play? I just had Ed Stinson on as as one of my guests on the podcast. And what was it like to play for two guys like Steffens and Stinson back then at Jersey City State?
Well, I mean, with Jack Steffens, then you go through different periods in life. You know, he was a really important person in my life because I was with him for the next 3 years, and he was an intense guy. He was a no nonsense guy, you know. And I played 3 years with him. I didn't miss a game. I'd be beat up sometimes, and I still would play. And Coach Stinson, who I've become very close with within the last 10 to 15 years.
Sure.
When he's like a role model for me. You know, you had a rock and roll bunch of guys there, you know, at that time. We were really good. A lot of these guys came back from D1 schools, or they were all Hudson County guys. But you had a Tommy Donato with the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You know, you had Frank Markoff, you had Sam Filippo, you had Stinson, you had Jack, you had, you know, and you had some real characters, some real killers. I mean, me and Michael Drennan were the only freshmen that started on that team. And we didn't open our mouth with a Tommy Shipman, you know, you're talking about
Tommy Shipman is the only Hudson County football player to ever make first team All-State 3 years in a row. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, overall.
You know,
overall.
Yeah. I mean, I could, listen, I remember the Lincoln team with Tommy Donato. I'll tell you one time with Donato, he was the offensive coordinator. And my junior year, we were playing St. Peter's at Jersey City Roosevelt Stadium. And it was raining, and we were pretty good. We were good all 3 years actually. But he came to me. He gave me these high cut black spikes. That the spikes were, you couldn't screw them in. They were embedded.
Wow.
Okay.
And how big of an inch? You know, were they like 3/4?
Oh, a couple. You know, I mean, like something like that. One of them, they would be illegal today.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, without a doubt. And they had even a picture of me in the paper of the scorer, and you could see the black high tops. But what happened is it was a mess. I wound up scoring 5 touchdowns, and I threw for one. We get done with the game, and he goes, "Give me my spikes back." He wanted them back, you know, and I never wore them again.
Oh God.
These are like buttons. You know, this is what you wear. You know Jersey City Roosevelt Stadium.
Oh, please. And especially in the mud, you didn't move.
Yeah. So, I mean, and Coach Stinson coached my brother. You know, you had a lot of guys from Hoboken there. You had people from Joe Lomacki. You had Eddie Bogus. You had Joe Petrosino, Artie Adio.
Wow.
You know, Andrew was there for a while. Fernandez. Even Porky Collection came in for a little while. But, you know, Jack was a no-nonsense guy. You know, Georgie Welch, you know, Ben Hopkins, you know. Like I sat on the bus with Tom Shipman to Montclair. I don't know how I wound up with him, but I didn't say shit when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
You know, and he was a physical presence. He loved me. He respected me. Like I said, Michael and I were the only 2 guys. You had a lot of talent there, you know.
All right. So now you ended up playing and starting for all 4 years, and you also were part of the team that went from club football to Division III. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Well, what happened is when it went to Division III, that's when I came. So my brother was on the club for a while.
Oh, okay.
And then it transitioned. But you know what, Jimmy? I only played 3 years. I played my freshman, sophomore, junior year. I didn't play my senior year. I had WBA eligibility. That's when, and so did DiVincenzo. We both signed with the WFL.
That's right, yeah. Okay.
He signed with the Detroit Wheels, and I signed with the
Philadelphia Bell, right?
Yeah, in '74. And it really, Coach Steffens got us an agent who carried Gans from Hackensack to the tourney. And what happened is we wound up, back then you didn't have underclass signings.
Right.
They thought we finished our 4 years because even though I started in night school, it looked that I was in college for 4 years, and we were both released on the same weekend. And then we petitioned the NCAA to get back in, and they denied us because we signed with the Giants, both of us, free agent contracts.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really? Okay, so you played in the. Did you play at all in the WFL or no?
We just went to the rookie camp, the Robin Treat Hotel in Philadelphia. King Corcoran, Joe Gotti, there.
King Corcoran. Oh my God, there's a legend.
Yeah, he took care of me. He watched out for me, and so we were released. And then, but what I was going to say is, people don't realize that in '73, the Giants were building a stadium, so they played all their games at the Yale Bowl.
Right. They practiced at Roosevelt Stadium.
They practiced, so they saw every single game that me and Joe played. So what happened is, after then we were eligible in '75, we signed free agent contract. Andy Robustelli signed.
Wow.
Osborne was the head coach. Alan Webb was my running back coach. I was Cole Top. Bobby Hammond was my roommate. And we went up to Pace, and we were up there. But I probably shouldn't have signed that 74 because we probably would have been drafted in the late rounds, because back then they drafted a lot of guys. You know, you had like an unlimited amount.
Right.
You know,
they don't have 7 rounds like it is today. They had like 14, 15 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You know, they had guys from Montclair like Bobby Hamani went to the New York Stars, so it was an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, but.
So you regret signing with the Philadelphia team, or is that?
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, well.
I mean, you had a chance to play pro football in there, and correct me if I'm wrong. '72 is the year that both you and DiVincenzo were Division III All-Americans.
73.
73. Okay.
73. That's when I led the major. That's when they had major college and small college.
Right.
They didn't have, Division I, Division II, Double A, Division III. They had major college and small. I led the nation for the small colleges with 25 touchdowns. And J.J. Jennings from Rutgers led the major colleges.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, like you said, you have these different opportunities. And then, I'm relatively young in the sense of we were rock and roll guys. So my mother and father were absolutely great. I was very close with my dad. But back then, they were glad that I wasn't in trouble and I was in school, and I was out there at times.
Okay.
So,
all right, so you went to the free agent tryout with the Giants, and obviously that didn't stick, right?
Yeah, no, I was there. I got cut. I got released after 2 weeks.
Okay.
And Joey was in for about 4 days.
4 days. Okay.
Yeah, they had they brought in different quarterbacks, and it was a good experience because you're in an NFL camp.
Right. And that's something you can always tell everybody, right?
Yeah, but I don't tell anybody really. I don't bring any of that stuff up because.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, right. With me and you. But you didn't make me.
All right, you were close. You were there.
Yeah.
All right. So now you get released by the Giants, and at that point, did you say to yourself, "Okay, I got to go find myself a job. I got to go find a career"?
Well, you know what, too? I was still in college, and I was going, not going. I was working at APA in the rec center, and I was close to the Imperators and Dick Melosh. And Imperator knew Leonard Taus, who owned the Philadelphia Eagles at that time.
Right.
And he said, "Do you want me to call him?" Because they'd come to camp. Arthur Arnold would come up to camp, Melosh, and watch me, watch us.
Okay.
So, but then I was like so mad I got cut. I was pissed, because there were guys like, I thought I was as good as, like Kotar, like guys, if you put me in a room or guys in a room and say which one's from Kentucky, which one's from Jersey City State, you ain't gonna know a difference.
Right.
But you're on that level, But so when he said that to me, I sort of. Like our father was good with me. He said, "We'll put you on the waiver list." He said, "We pick you up." Though I didn't get picked up, and I was there. So, my wife wife, when in college, when she was 17, 18, and he was still going out, and she more or less, I got to get it together.
Right. So, and where was your wife from?
Hoboken.
Hoboken, okay.
Her brother was a good running back with those teams because I heard your podcast with Coach Stick.
Oh, you did? Okay. And who was your brother-in-law?
His name was Jackie Kajilda.
Oh, okay.
And but he was a good ball player. But she's from Hoboken, so then it came to a point of that, just like what you said. You're gonna keep knocking around. You're gonna go to Canada. What do you want to do? What's the deal? And I wasn't mature enough to understand that this is what you have to do. You're coming from a Division III school. You're lucky to even be recognized. You got to keep fighting. And I didn't. I just said, well, I got to get my degree.
Okay.
Like Maria, was important for me to do, and that's what I did.
Okay. Now, did you think at that time that you wanted to become a teacher? Was that part of the deal?
You know what? I wanted to be a coach.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
To be a coach, I had to be a teacher.
All right. And did you become a coach right away?
Yeah. Actually, Coach McKeever hired me and Carl Ferroni as freshman basketball coach.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the next year, I became a freshman football coach with Coach Wilkins.
Oh, okay.
Really, the best way to learn. Jimmy, like I was a freshman coach, I think about 6 years. A lot of kids come out of college and they want to coach. I know it's a different time, that they want to do varsity or this and that, but you really start to learn, having your really own team and having freshman kids who can't even get dressed.
Right. All right. So now so how long were you a freshman coach for?
About 4 or 5 years in Hill.
Okay. And did you move up the ranks and did Wilkins make you an assistant?
From there, no. You know what happened? I went over to Emerson.
Oh, okay.
And then that's where I started to go, with Lenny and Trona took over and Jerry Caputo. We had a great team. And then I was at Emerson, and then from Emerson, actually I was in 87. Around there, I was offensive coordinator at Jersey City State College with Frank Bender for a year.
Oh wow, okay. I did not know that. See, I had no idea that.
But then from there though,
you went to prep, right?
I went to prep. And that's Richie really gave me my first opportunity, and I'm still close with him to this day.
Right, and that's 1989. You were the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And I was going to say that in the middle of 1989, you made, as the offensive coordinator, one of the best calls in the history of high school football when everybody thought it was like 3rd and 2 or whatever, 3rd and short yardage. You were going to call a handoff, and instead you threw the bomb, and it went from Anthony Guma to Jimmy Francisco. Yep, and that beat North Bergen. I think the final score was 15-7, and that was a great game because both Prep and North Bergen were both state ranked. I think both teams were both in the top 10 in the state. But for you to make that call and talk a little bit about that call, I've always said to you that was the ballsiest call ever that I can remember. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a smash route in the slot. Jimmy was in the slot. It was cool because Jimmy was from North Bergen,
Right.
And it just you split end runs a hook, or 6 to 8 yard hook, and you slot. Jimmy runs a flag, and they were in a cover 2, and Guma just read the corner. But I'll tell you a funny story about that. The week before, me and Richie are up by Hudson County Park, scouting on Bergen, and the game's over. Me and him are walking out of the park, and a car goes by, and they yell out, "Hanson, you suck!" And he looks at me, and I look at him, and I go, "You made it, Rich."
That's right. He made it. That's when he knew he made it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first state championship game, But I have tremendous memories. I still go down.
Well, talk a little bit about that '89 state championship. That was Prep's first state championship in '89. You beat St. Joe's and Montvale up there, and incredibly, you're losing 21-0 at halftime, and you go. Oh, you had 7?
Yep, 21-7 at half.
All right, and he's going in to make the score 28-7, I guess. And the kid Brian McMullen, makes a great play at the goal line and strips Greg Telemark, who ended up playing at the University of Pittsburgh. Stripped him at the goal line. I mean, the kid was going in. He was going into the end zone. That would have made it 28-7, ball game over. And instead, you got the ball at the 1-inch line, and you called the signals from the press box, and Anthony Guma designed the 99-yard drive that turned the football game around, and you ended up winning 22-21.
It was a great. At halftime was 21-7. In fact, my brother left when the game was over. I talked to my phone because he didn't have cell phones or anything, and he goes, "2 pitches lost." I said, "Dad, we won." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "We won. We won 22-21." He goes, "Your brother left. We thought you were going to lose the game." And what happened is we came out at half, and I said, "Me and Richie, we were really young. I mean, Richie was like 27, 28, I think. I was 36. I said, Rich, we got him where we want him. Overconfident, we start laughing when we go into halftime. We come out, we score on 21-14, and then that's what happened. Brian stripped it, they're going in, and we stripped the ball, and we go like 90-something yards, and it was a real cooperative.
90-something yards? It was 99 yards, because it was 99 and a half. The ball was like touching the goal line. That's how close it was to going in. Go ahead.
Yeah. And him, everything that could happen on that drive was for us. Like Anthony hit one of the backers right in the chest and dropped it.
Yep.
Jimmy Hawks, was running, showed him, okay, he had, Jimmy, Wolf, and we just went down the field. And then when we scored, Richie said to me, we both said, well, we didn't come to dance.
Right.
And really, what happened is he put Boomer on the perimeter, we rolled, and Richie just changed the slot guy's route instead of doing it now. He just had him sit. He goes, I was going to sit him, and I said, yeah, great. And he did. He just Boomer. We threw the ball, I think, like 28 times in that game.
Sure.
That's a lot of throws for high school football back then.
In December, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And back then, they didn't play state championships at Rutgers, at Giant Stadium. That was played at St. Joe's of Montville.
Yeah.
And that was a cold, cold day, boy. Cold.
I'm telling you, Jim, they were absolutely stunned. We were ecstatic.
Right. Well, here's my recollection of that. First of all, you went for 2 after you scored the tying touchdown and made it like 21-20. And instead of kicking the extra point that tied the game, you went for 2. And I'm sitting there, oh my God, they're going for 2. And Paul Mulcahy, right? He when he got the ball, he made it look like he was going to throw. And I went, oh no! And he ended up and he ran it and got in, and you won 22-21. And I remember the fans, the prep fans, coming running down the hill, right? Because I thought they were going to call a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct for people running on the field. And all those prep kids were running out on the field, and it's the only time in my life I lost my journalistic, unbiasedness. I was screaming, "Get off the field! Get off the field!" Because I thought they were going to get penalized. I really did. So.
Yeah, because you still had time to go.
Yeah.
Guys, you got a series, but we shut them down.
That was amazing. That was just an amazing run. And how many years did you stay at Prep, Bruce?
I stayed at Prep. I was at 89 and 91. 90, I had some different issues, and I went back with Richie in 91. And then after that, that really got me able to become a head coach. Then I became a head coach. Richie had faith in me. I wanted to go to a top program. He interviewed me. I owe a lot to him in terms of that end of it. And then I became the head coach at Emerson High School when I was vice principal.
Right.
And I was there about 4 years, and then Charlie Voorhees actually was brought into Prep in 91, and Richie hired him. So as a wide receiver lost to the Washington. He was an excellent football player.
Yeah, he was tough as nails. Jake, tough as nails.
Linebacker,
Yeah.
He was, all conference and all state section 1, group 1. I mean, I didn't even start at running back, and he was a good running back.
Yeah, no.
People say with their kids and this and that, he knew it. He was fine, but he was defensively, he was solid. So I went. We wound up going 9-2.
Now did you live at Secaucus? You didn't live at Secaucus at the time, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. We went 9-2, and we walked away with
nothing. Right, you didn't make the state playoffs.
No.
All right.
And then we stayed there. No, we made the state, and we beat New Milford, and then we played Glen Rock in the semis, and we lost.
Ouch.
Yeah, and then
Glen Rock with the run and shoot, that must have been ridiculously trying to cover.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And
And then
was that and Zachary's older than Jake though, right? But you didn't get a chance to coach him.
Yes, no, Zach is 4 years older than Jake.
Right. And Zach had a great career at Secaucus High School, and he ended up going to the University of Cincinnati and had a pretty decent career there until he got sick. And that what was that like when you got the diagnosis that your son had cancer? And what was going through your mind at that time? Did you say no, not me? Could you not believe it?
That was devastating.
Yeah.
To even tell him, because he looked good. He came back in Cincinnati. He was about 255. He went out there like 270, 271. He came back. He looked really good. They were having him as a DN, outside back, walking up. And I said, man, you look good, when he had this lump in his neck. And I said, show your mother. And then she went right into here, and thank God he helped me now. And, I learned a lot of stuff from him when I coached with him, because he was close with Coach Stinson.
Right.
Stinson really developed.
All right, well, we'll get into that in a second. Talk a little bit about what was it like to be a head coach in Union City, and was that a tough task for you to do that for 4 years?
No, I loved it.
Okay.
I was like the general manager, head coach.
Right.
My principal.
But was it tough at all that your brother was on the other sideline?
No, Al stopped coaching at that point.
Oh, we did. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he stopped coaching at that point.
See, I thought he was at Union. I thought he was at Union Hill when you were at Emerson.
He was at Union Hill with Dave Williams.
Right.
So when I was a freshman coach, he was a varsity coach.
Yep.
But at Emerson, it was great. I loved my job. I loved, I had a good staff: Kevin Carroll, Vinny Sasso, Joey Nardone Jr.
Right.
But the opportunity to coach Jacob, he was right, Charlie.
Yep.
I need to coach, take a shot at my own, and Jake loved it.
Yep.
Good situation.
All right, now you stayed at Secaucus for 10 years at least, right? How many years? 12. All right, and you and Voorhees developed almost like a father-son relationship. Is that based close to saying?
Yeah, we were really close. Like I said, he worked with us at track in '91 when I knew he was a good ball player. I didn't know if he could get me hired, going into Secaucus, because back then I was sort of very verbal with opinions, But he did get me hired.
Outspoken is the term I'd use, Bruce. Outspoken.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, outspoken. He ran the defense, I ran the offense for 12 years. I never called a defensive play. He never called an offensive play. Okay,
now you had some great teams over those years with some great players. And especially Cannon was one that I remember. Sean Cannon was one. But then in the 2010-11 era, you had David Tejada, who led the state in scoring, and was just an absolute. What?
He was number 2. No Sean Moreno was number 2.
Oh, that's right. No Sean was 1. Okay.
But David could have been, Jimmy. I'm telling you, David could have led it because we pull him out of games. He'd have 4 touchdowns, and we'd pull him out. One time, we were going for the record for 5, and we had a 30-30 Charlie. If we were up 30, everybody's going in. If we're down 30, everybody's going in. So if we were up and
Oh, really? Okay.
He was that dynamic, you know.
All right.
So he was a tremendous. And then the year we went to Giants Stadium, we had 2 running backs with over 1,000 yards. That's unheard of. That's where the kid Jason Naszimento, who's the head coach of Bayonne, he was my line coach for like 12 years.
Right. I was gonna get to that, but who were the two kids that had 1,000 yards?
Joey and Trevor Dudo and Eddie Delgado.
Oh yeah, sure, okay.
And you had the team who went to Rutgers. You had Bajari.
Right, between Bajari, you had Austin Hinton who went to Penn State.
Went to Penn State earlier, so it was a good run.
All right, and a lot of fun then too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. At that time, Zachary is working his way up the ranks as being a assistant coach with Ed Stinson at Queen of Peace, and he gets the chance to be the head coach at Weehawken, and you decide that you're going to jump at the chance to coach with your son. And what was that like? How difficult was it, or how enjoyable was it?
Well, you know what? He had good mentors. He was with Mike Yellow and Eddie Hackensack, and then he went with Eddie. Eddie actually coached him in the North-South game.
Right.
So he did just like what you said. He did work his way. He's a student of the game. So, I mean, really, X&O guy, you can ask different people. He's at DePaul now. He's the offensive line coach at DePaul. But it wasn't smooth. You know, we're both a lot alike. And there were some battles. If I do it again, yeah, I'd do it again, because you can't beat the time being with your son.
Okay, and that was a lot of fun.
I wouldn't say it was a lot of fun.
No, okay.
I wouldn't say it sucked. It was fun. It was. You know, I had my views, and he had his views, and you know what? I worked for him.
Okay.
You know, I'm an assistant coach. I'm not. You know, that's how I was raised.
All right.
You work for the head coach. So it was enjoyable. What was enjoyable too is we had our grandson. I had my grandson with us all the time, and we really worked. Weehawken in the first two years we were in the States. The second year we had David Corridor. Zachary ran a 12-month program. You know, the kids embraced it. So it was good. I enjoyed it. But you know, listen, coaching football, you never think of that as being fun. You know, you're a coach. You know, you put your time in. You're working with your kids. You have different dilemmas, different things happen. But just the experience to be with him, yes, was tremendous.
Okay. All right, and then from there you go to Bayonne High School, correct?
Well, from there I went back to Secaucus for 2 years.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know, at this point now, like I'm 67, I'm starting. You know, I've mellowed a lot now. You know, Jim.
Right.
And I told Charlie that was, you know, was it. I'm going to just, you know, it's time. I really like to stay, but I know I got to go.
Okay.
And I was leaving, and then all of a sudden, Jay and Sarah, who was like a son to me also, called me and said to me, listen, why don't you come here? It's a different opportunity. And then again, I had another opportunity to be with Zach, because Zach was with him. Chris Hernandez was with him. I worked with Chris for 6 years. I love Chris Hernandez. He's a tremendous coach, girls basketball coach, but football. He's got a great football mind. This other guy, Cav, Danny Casanova, who was our defensive coordinator at Weehawken. So I was familiar with Jay's staff. And I went there with him, and I really, really enjoyed it. And you know what? I just coached the running backs. I coached the rovers. They ask me my opinion. I tell it. If they don't, I support them. And it's their turn.
Okay. So you said you coached the running backs. They just had a running back the last 2 years, and I can't think of his name.
Well, he had some good running backs. But last year, the kid that's going to be really good, I think, and he had a, you know, I wanted more from him, but he was good with Cedric Veal, I think. His brother went to Buffalo.
Veal, yeah, okay.
Right, you know who I mean, right?
Yes, I definitely do.
Yeah, Cedric. He's going to be a senior. But the guys before him, he had a guy, Naz, who's playing now.
Oh, okay.
But he upgraded the schedule, which he does. He's a 12-month program. You know, he's got them in for Reese's 2 days a week. They wear the uniform in the weight room. You know, he's doing everything the way you got to do it nowadays.
Okay. All right. So now you stayed at Secaucus for a couple of years, and then you moved on to Bayonne. And what was it? What made you move on to Bayonne?
To be with Zach and Jay and Chris and Danny, and to be with a group.
All right. Now correct that a little bit, Bruce, and just say Zach and Jay is Jason Acera. That's the head coach.
Yeah.
And then who else did you say?
And Chris Hernandez.
Oh, okay.
Danny Casanova. So I coached with all of them. So and the other thing, Jimmy, is I wanted to coach. If I was going to coach, I wanted to have kids. You know, I wanted to have, you know, group 5. You know, you have enough kids. You know what I mean? But it's a big program.
Yeah. All right. So was it like, since he was the big program? Was it hard to get him to like you, and was it hard for the kids to understand what you were doing? They're saying, "Oh, he's from little Weehawken. Who cares? I mean, he's from little Secaucus. We don't care who he is."
No. You know what? You know, when I was principal, and I used to say to the teachers, "Listen, this is your profession. You're a professional. Okay, this is what you do." So even with me as the coach, I'm a professional. Okay, I may not be a paid NFL coach or a big deal college coach, or you know what? But I'm a high school coach that's getting paid, and I present myself that way. So every time when I had the running back, they understood everything about jump cutting. I always stay up on everything, Jimmy. I was in a clinic 3 weeks ago down here in Tampa.
Okay.
I went to a football clinic, you know, and they're not making fun of you. They're going, oh my God, what about Shiano and this and that? But they acknowledged that I was a Jersey guy, you know. So I always stay up on things. And again, there's so much out there. There's no excuses now if you really want to be to learn. And then I have people that I could always talk to. Richie, I could always call Coach Stinson, man. I learned so much. And my son, I learned a lot from my son. So those kids knew I was the deal. And then when they got to know me and everything, because I was taking, you know, don't mistake kindness for weakness. That could be a lethal mistake. But I used to say to them, you know, Google me.
Okay.
And then you can see if I play.
Right. And I
liked it.
What kind of thrill was it for you to be able to coach with Zachary?
It was great. This was a great situation. It was a great thrill. I loved it. I loved bringing my grandson with me. Jason and Chris and Kat, they all knew little Zach. He was part of the staff. Jay grew up with Zachary. So having little Zach with us too was a blessing.
Blessing. Well, I appreciate you taking some time. Well, let's tell people what you're doing now. And, you know, obviously you're still at Bayonne. Tell people a lot what you're doing now and what you hope to do when you come back.
Well, you know, I'm in Florida. You know, I'm with me and my wife. I met when she was 17. I was 18. Lived down here. I work out all the time. I drive. I read all my stuff for football. I play the sax. That's my new hobby. And I just stay in touch with my sons, my family, and my friends. And, you know, I appreciate you putting me on. And,
no problem. We're very glad to have you, Bruce. You're a great guest. And we will definitely keep in touch in the future. And I thank you so very, very much.
I just want to tell you one thing, Jimmy.
Go ahead, please.
We need more guys like you. Right? You're special. You take care of Hudson County. We have no type of voice in Hudson County for our kids. And I'm sure, you know, the Hudson reporters should appreciate that and get back on the stick with the sports end, because without you, we don't have a voice. And that's important.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that compliment. But I'll be around. I'm not going anywhere. You know, they can't throw dirt on me just yet. So.
I'll wait you. No matter what happens.
All right, Bruce. I appreciate you taking some time to talk, and you were a great guest. And I will talk to you in the future. And stay safe, okay?
All right, brother, man. I love you, man.
I love you too. You take care. Bye. And that was my special guest this week, Bruce Naszimento, longtime coach and great athlete in his growing up days in Union City. I'm your host, Jim Haig, and thank you very much for listening. And a special thanks once again to my executive producer, Johnny Haig, for setting this all up. He's done a great job, and he's my great nephew, and he's done an incredible job helping me with this podcast. So I thank you very much for keep listening. Keep your comments coming; they're great, and we will talk to you again sometime next week. Thanks again. Take care now.